Hi, welcome back to Knit for Brains podcast. I'm Laura Brady.
I'm Karen Miller.
This is episode 143 of our knitting, crocheting, needlepoint, sewing, crafting, whatever podcast.
Yep.
You all know the spiel if you've been here a while.
Yep.
We're located 60 miles south of Chicago in Bradley, Illinois. You can find us on Etsy, Facebook, Ravelry, Instagram. I almost forgot that. Where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and on Ravelry as Loopy Stitcher, and a few of my designs on Ravelry are under Loopy Stitcher Designs.
All right, you get to do the weather report today.
Woohoo! I was prepared for this. Looking forward to it. It's actually been really nice, I would say, in the last week. Today's a little warmer, but it hasn't been super, super god-awful humid.
I beg to differ.
What? Why do you ask me the weather if you're every time?
Okay, so yesterday morning, I went out for a 3.5 mile walk. Girl, my sweat had sweat. It was humid.
Well, that was your own fault because you went for a 3.5 mile walk. I was perfectly fine to go from the inside of the house to the car.
Yeah, but you got it. She got in here, guys, and she goes, "Oh, it feels so nice in here."
Yep.
It's going to rain tomorrow morning, supposedly.
Enjoy.
That's what I read. But then kind of clear up. But I don't know. Okay. Sorry, I was writing down a header here. He's going to hate this one. All right. I already got the title.
Of the episode.
That's always a hard one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, all right. As usual, we'll go ahead and start with the Etsy shop update. I've done 2 since I've seen you guys last. So, I will show you the stack of what I've added in or what I have left out of those 2 episodes. Updates.
Well, I thought I was going to be out of practice.
She says it's lovely weather. Well, it's bad sinus weather, guys. Mm-hmm. Everything's going on in my head, and it's not good.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy. I think I actually put these all in order. So we'll start with sock bags first, which are great for, obviously, socks, hats, mittens, any small little project. So the inside of this one is the same as the top. Aren't they cute little ghosts of pumpkins? So got that one. Only one of those. I have 2 of the flip-flops. Again, top, same as inside. I've got 2 of the knitting ones. I have 1 of the little flowered trucks. I've got 2 of the butterflies. Oh, I thought that was it for sock bags, but no, I still got more. I've got Halloween gnomes. You know.
Yeah, those are cute.
Had to start with Halloween already, guys. I
You'll be here before you know it, to be honest.
I think it got me in the mode because I did some Christmas bags for Christmas in July, and then I'm like, oh, well, everybody has fall stuff out, and I have the fabric, so let's do this. So I have 3 of the little gnome sock bags. The Happy Halloween one.
That's fun.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
It's different. Fun. I've got 2 of those.
It kind of reminds me of the old Sabrina.
See,
no. What was the other one?
Bewitched? No. I know what you're talking about. It was an old...
In the 50s, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
The character in terms of, like, their opening credits.
Yeah.
And you guys are probably screaming at us.
Yeah, 2 of those, at any rate. Then we move on to the medium bags. I have 1 of the flowered trucks. These are drawstring. Boxed bottom, big box bottom. Good size, guys.
Oh, that's a navy blue in the background.
Yeah.
That's pretty. I always like that navy and yellow combination. It's very classy.
So I got 1 of those. I have 2 of the butterflies left. I love this one.
Mm-hmm. I like that one too.
I had this in wireframed and it sold out right away.
Sure.
So did the wireframes on this. I have 1 of the medium flip-flops. 1 of the medium gnomes. And yes, folks, that is purple and it is glittered.
Mm-hmm.
And the drawstrings are also glittered.
Sparkle, sparkle.
I've got, looks like 4 of these. The Halloween. So that's it for medium. And then what I have left in wireframe. I believe, I don't want to misspeak. I have, if you've watched previous episodes, I didn't think to grab it out of the cabinet. I have 2 of the wireframed festive lights bag remaining in the shop, and the lights are outlined in like a shimmer. So I do have 2 of those Christmas ones left. That's it. And then I have some Halloween ones. So I've got 2 of the Halloween gnomes. So these have the handles. Has a little Knit for Brains Designs zipper pull. And these are a large bag. You can fit sweaters in there. Because I do. Or a few projects. I've used mine almost like a purse. I've had like 2 or 3 projects in there, and then like my wallet and whatnot. That's inside.
That's fine.
And it's big. So I have 2 of those. And then on this one fabric, this is the only one I have left. I only have 3 of them left. I sold out on all the other ones. And this is actually a glow-in-the-dark fabric.
Oh, cool.
With the little puppies for the holidays that I always do. And it's like an orange inside. But it's kind of a fun orange.
Oh, yeah.
It just kind of reminded me of Halloween. Let me see if I can get that. There you go.
Here you go.
That's a good shot of it. So that's on the inside. So I have 3 of those. And that's it for this time. I don't know when the next update will be. So if you go to Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy and follow it, then you will be notified anytime I put stuff in there, because I kind of randomly do updates.
Mm-hmm.
I get into this mode where I sew for a couple days and I'm like, let's go ahead and do an update. And I know I do have some fun fabrics coming up as well. So let me see if I can get these down. Okay. Oh, maybe. Oh. Did I move them too much?
Not too much, I don't think.
Did I move them that way?
Yeah. Love it.
Okay, guys. Travel with us. Is that good?
There you go.
Okay, sorry. Even though I organized my craft room, it's still a smaller room. Although we do definitely have more open area now with the way I've rearranged it and stuff. So, and purged. Oh my goodness. We had to actually, to bring everything to Goodwill, we had to get the truck out. Wow. I was not messing around. Like, I am done with this. All right. So, some knitting. Yeah? Got some FOs?
I do have FOs. They're just not knitting.
That's fine.
Okay.
FOs are FOs.
I have really FFOs. Fully finished.
I was going to say, first I knock them and make them dizzy and move them, and now you're going to like...
Did that today.
Nice.
And then...
Oh.
Happy belated birthday to you.
Woo-hoo. That's going to go in here somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm starting to run out of real estate in my house. I'll find a spot. Maybe right above those things over there.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise,
it's pretty big. It's 14 inches.
yeah.
So
otherwise, I'm going to
big.
have to start taking down. And I don't know if you guys can see them on their.
No.
Well, you can barely see like the edge here. I have some like flower decals on this wall behind me, and then the wall to the side of me. Well, those might have to at some point start coming down because I've been adding to the walls, storage and different things people have gifted me, and so this one is definitely going to get put up there.
Now you can stare at it and look at all the different things.
Yeah, now I'll be able to look at all the
things,
and because before it was, so busy.
Yeah,
so
you'll have to look back to the last time I was here. I know I've shown the other one for Liam multiple times.
We'll show the one where she actually did for me. I need Dr. Pepper and an IV. I used to tell that to waitresses, remember? In other words, get it to me fast and keep it coming.
Yep.
I haven't been as bad lately, though.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Yep, that'll be fun.
Okay, I'm going to put that down here where nothing gets set on it. All right. I have a couple FOs. Not a ton. Pretty sad for me. I have 3. Which is a little pathetic, but that's okay. I've done a lot of sewing. So I've shown these a couple times, and we haven't been going out a lot neither, so my socks aren't getting a lot of work on.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, so Crystal Skies hand-dyed, and the colorway was Snow on the Beach. Like, don't tell me I don't have sock blockers. The pattern is Journey Socks. As I've said before, that'll probably be one that's like always on the needle. And not necessarily on the sock blocker because it's not working with me. Ta-da! So, got another pair of those done. Do. Always got to show both of them so people aren't like, don't call me out and go like, you didn't show the other one. Did you really finish that? I did. Do you have more FOs?
Yeah.
All right, take a turn.
This was a kit that you had given me last time. Holiday mini kit collection.
No,
I kind of read this wrong.
So cute.
But it has, the colors are DMC, so I know I'm going to redo this again.
Oh, okay.
Because I read it as both of the, because it gives you a bonus tree that looks like a Dr. Seuss tree.
Yeah, it does.
So I finished the sock, and I had to do some creative stitching up here because I hadn't left enough room.
Oops.
So I needed to probably bring it down to about here. I think I might be able to get the tree up on the side. They're going to be ornaments, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. So I even started that one. But it's got the colorways, so I know I can get these colors at, Joann's or Michael's or stuff. And
I might even have them in my
really
closet.
Quick stitch. Really quick.
So. I might have those colors in my thread boxes if you remind me.
Yeah. That was fun.
Okay. And since I cleaned my closet, I can actually get to stuff now.
I like breaking up bigger projects with some smaller stuff.
Sad thing's going to be, I'm not going to be able to get in my closet for long. Christmas is coming up. And I start stashing
so
stuff.
Apparently you finished cleaning it just in time.
Well, no, I already have some Christmas stuff in there, and I have a little man's Christmas or birthday for August in there, and I always work ahead. So this is the yarn by Lollipop Girl Yarns. Nebula Sky was the colorway. I held it double for a pair of the Point Edward mitts, but without the fold down flap, because somebody, and I'm saying it like that because she's watching, has requested a box of mitts, even though she's a knitter. And I've heard about it. This is the second year now that I've been asked, well, what do I do to get a box of socks or a box of mitts? So I'm giving in, and I'm going to do a box of mitts. And it's even out of her colorway. And she's sitting there laughing now as she's watching this. But she doesn't like the fold over part. She likes them just the short, which is fine. It saves me even more time.
Yeah, it takes less time.
Yeah. It is a DK weight pattern, but as I said, I don't have a whole lot of DK. I have built up a little bit more, but the majority of my stash is fingering weight. And I have skeins that, I have a lot of skeins that, I just bought because, they're pretty.
Yeah.
And they're
One
single.
skeins, yep.
Yeah. And that's a majority of my stash. So this is nice because it uses up a lot. I like to say it uses up at all, but it does not.
Yeah. I think a lot of people go through that when they first find out about the indie dyes and stuff, and like, ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, I want one of those, and I want one of those, and I want one of those.
Still sometimes.
And then you get so much of that, and you're like, well, what am I going to do with one skein besides socks?
Yeah. I mean, you can combine, and do work fades and, different
shawls,
stuff.
yeah.
But I also don't have a lot of tonal.
Yeah,
But I also have the capability, I can dye the tonals.
Right. No, you do. Yes, you do.
So, I mean, that is a nice part. But, so I'm going to be working on these to make it won't really be a box of it depends on how I end up, because I have to ship these. Mm-hmm. So, we'll see how it ends up. But she's getting
Might be a bag of socks?
Yeah, she's
or
getting mitts.
A bag of mitts?
Yeah. That way we don't have to go into year 3 of hearing. And it's gone from, what do I do to get a box of socks, to what do I do to get a box of mitts? So it changes. Oh, goodness. But that's okay. I like to knit, so it's fine.
Okay, this one, I think I grabbed it.
Okay, I really need more room for my feet, but I'm afraid of hitting the camera.
This was another one that you got from Goodwill. It was a bunch of different Santas.
I had to put my feet down now. Oh, that's cute.
Isn't that adorable?
I thought you were going to like that one.
Yep. So I got done with the first one I picked, and I started last night on the second. You can even see that's a face. Isn't that cool?
I can't bet it's backwards.
Nose, eyes.
Yeah, no, you really have to point that out to me.
Cheeks.
Sorry, I guess I'm not as imaginative
I can
as
see
you.
it probably because I've stitched it and I know the pattern. But, yeah.
And there's me going, no.
Yeah, these are really quick. They only take, one night, maybe 2, depending on how late I start it.
Oh, gosh. I need to quit crossing my legs. All right. Next is a pair of socks for Phil. The contrast was a black yarn that I dyed, which I have plenty left. It was fingering weight, so I held it double. I have plenty left to do with another yarn for socks for him, so that's awesome. And the one I put with it was from Cherry Pie Cottage. Trick or Treat. And that was a DK. This will be added to the bag of Phil socks for Christmas. Ta-da. So I did make them end up going from 53 rows down to 50 now. Because I discovered there was a little bit of a difference between using fingering weight for the main and using DK.
Gotcha.
So I wanted to shorten it up by the 3 rows. But yeah, I love how these came out.
Yeah.
They're so nice looking. And I got the second one. This makes pair number 9.
Wow.
I can whip
I finished, but maybe 1 or 2 pairs of socks this year.
Oh, girl. Shoot. I keep track, so we'll know the grand total at the end, because I feel like I've really been cranking out socks and mitts a lot. So that's all my FOs.
And that's all my infos too. What do you know?
There we go. Did you notice I even cleaned out my cart? I can actually utilize that. I mean, seriously. I don't have stuff sitting on the floor now. Look up above. Remember I had that machine sitting on the floor?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. I also redid all that over.
See when you ever get that down.
I can. You remember I'm tall.
Yeah, that's true.
I rearranged everything up there too. Like I come in here and I just smile.
Every time I come in here, practically it's changed. I mean, you got that.
Yes,
you didn't have that.
The cabinet that I showed you guys a picture of last time is in the room, put together. Because I outgrew my other storage for the shop, so I moved that over there now, which fits quite nicely. And I got rid of one of my wooden trunks. So, yeah, there's all that. But, yeah, it makes me smile every time I walk in. I love a freshly organized room. I'm just,
I'm working on my office area because I figured out that's probably the only area I'm going to be able to make into a cross stitch.
There you go.
And knitting area. So yesterday I was working on, I worked on the closet. I'm not for sure how much space I really gained.
Oh, gosh.
Well, I found this box. I'm like, if we have a Keurig, and I'm like, oh, I can just get that Keurig box and just put it, in the garage. What is that doing sitting there? I go and open it up, and it's Megana's snow globe collection. I'm like, holy crap. So that ended up getting put in the closet, and then all their games ended up putting in the closet. And I told Chuck, I said, well, I cleaned the closet out, but I ended up putting so much stuff in there that I'm not really sure.
So yeah, you're not like me when I clean the closet. I showed Brett he saw the closet when I was coming in here to do it. I had opened the door and he was standing there talking to me. I'm like, yeah, look at the mess that my closet is. I'm like, you can't even see the floor because I just kept pushing stuff in there. And I had just cleaned that a month ago.
Yeah.
And was so happy. I had 4 empty cubes and it is so nice now. I did not hold back at all this time. I'm like, nope, you've been in here a bit, you're going. See ya. So, yeah. All right. We have 1 coupon code still, and that is for Amanda Rake Cole on Ravelry. If you use code KFB19, you'll receive 20% off any of her patterns. You want to talk to the folks about our knit-along?
Oh, yeah, we have a knit. Gift the Knits Christmas. You changed it.
Gift the Knits 2022, Cal.
Okay. So you can knit, crochet, make anything as long as you give it to someone else. We don't have any size requirements. We don't have the amount of yarn that you have to use. You have to give it to, whether it's charity, birthday, what did I say, Hanukkah last year? Yeah. Any kind of celebration between now and Christmas. It doesn't have to be specific to Christmas. You just can't knit for yourself.
Do you know when that ends?
Are we ending it December 31st or January? Right when our...
It's plan on December 31st, getting closer to the end. We'll figure out, where our podcast lands and stuff. And you'll more than likely have a last little push to, finish stuff up and get in there. Yeah,
because we know a lot of families don't get together on Christmas. Sometimes it expands over the New Year and stuff, so that's why we extend it.
But December 31st-ish is where we'll end it.
Yeah.
Chatter FO threads already up on Ravelry. If there's any makers, dyers, crafters, whatever, that would like to donate any prizes or coupon codes or patterns, just contact Knit for Brains on Instagram. And we can set that up. Yep. All right. Whips.
I got plenty of those.
Well, that's my whole second shelf. So, you want to start?
Sure. So, I also started on the other one, very small start that you had given me. And this has got fancy.
This is, I think, the one I was thinking of.
Sparkle.
I don't know. Guys,
so, it also has...
I just find this stuff.
It also has 2 patterns. This is the one that's on the front.
Yes, that was a longer, that was the one I was thinking of.
And then inside is the longer oblong. which reminds me of like those glass ornaments like my grandmother would have. So. So this is the bottom of that's it. Not a whole lot, really.
Yeah, it started.
Yeah. I'm going to keep this with me in my purse.
I have a couple projects that are like that I think that just kind of got started. Well, some of these are, I think I have a couple of hose, guys. Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me grab a sock blocker because I happen to actually pick up one of them that is a hoe, even though the ends are not woven in yet. Because I do that I'll do them both at the same time. So the yarn is Night Owl Fibers Holiday Armadillo. Laura sent me half of her skein. And I finished the first one, and that's the Journey sock pattern.
That's kind of fun how it does with the self-striping.
Mm-hmm. And then I started this one, the second one, which
Did you start?
I did not. These are not going to be matching. I didn't worry about matching them up like I normally do. I was like, these are fun colors. I'm just going to go with it.
Yeah.
Plus, at the spot, I could have matched. I looked. I'm like, I could match it. It was cutting out quite a bit of yarn, and I'm like, no. So yeah, started the second one.
Cool.
Trying to remember what other bag my other hoe was in. Maybe I don't have one. Maybe this is the only one.
So this next one, I'm almost done on this one. Like, depending on what time we did our podcast, I could have finished it kind of done.
So I guess she's saying I was
that's okay. It's by Plum Street Samplers, and this is the Abominables bundle. I use the called for floss, which is Classic Colorworks. Sorry, got my thread through there still. And literally all I have is to finish up the tree over here. And then, of course, there's a whole bunch of little, flower snowflakes. And then the detail on the abominable snowmen to make their face and their hands and stuff. And that's it.
So you're almost there.
Yeah. And then I got my little needle minder from Rebel Stitcher for Pride. So, yeah. So that's almost done. Really frustrated with this one. This is my first one. This is on 36, which was the called for count. Probably if I would have got a 36 linen that was even weave, it would have been much easier for me. But I have done a lot of tearing. In fact, I've done a lot of tearing out. And I really should tear out this one up here because you notice how he's brighter?
That's okay, though.
Well, he's double-stranded, and the rest called for single, and then halfway, you really can't tell by the border unless you actually look at it in person, but this down here was done with one, and this up here is done with two.
I think he's fine anyways, because otherwise, if he was done in one, I think he'd be kind of hidden in the trees.
Yeah. So I'm like, screw it, I'm leaving it. It's my first experience with this kind of material, so I'll chalk it up to learning.
There you go.
It's not like it's for my husband. It's going to make a little pillow for Chuck, so he's, put up on the shelf.
All right. So I have another fill sock. I just cast it on, and because I didn't give you guys the pattern before, even though I've given it to you a million times, we do have new subscribers. So the pattern is free on Ravelry. It is the Wide Rib DK Weight Socks by Erica Saint. I'll hold that up there. That is your show note. That's all you get from us. Sorry. So I just casted these on, and I am using yarn that I bought at the yarn event that me and Phil actually went to. So it is Sweet Tea Yarns. This is Blueberry Cheesecake. And then this one is Navy Pure.
Those will be pretty together.
Well, and I went far enough that you guys can actually see them together. I'm attached. I've got the cuff and then started the leg. So that is the beginning.
I really like
of
those
Phil's.
colors together.
And he was with me when I picked out that yarn for him. Him and the kids went with, so. You're up again.
All right. Next one is actual knitting. I finally think I got a little bit of my knitting groove back. Will o' the Wisp by, I think it's Handmade too. This was a free pattern. And you guys have seen this. I already had this one done. And I started this one. I turned the heel. I think the last time you guys saw it, it was like right up here. So I made some progress. Those will be fun. So I'm hoping by next podcast those will be done.
Yeah, well, you know, I also said I hope by this podcast that poncho would be blocked and seamed together. And guess what? I'm not showing today.
We can always dream, right?
Well, you know, the little elves didn't come and take care of it for me, so. All right. Since I casted off a pair of Point Edward mitts, it was time to cast on a new pair. And I am also, again, using Lollipop Girl yarns. This was from one of her advents. It's Cinderella's Castle.
This is fun.
I know, right? I made it out of bandanas I bought at
that is
when
adorable.
we went to Bucky's. Right, guys? Who's jealous? Yeah, I bought bandanas just so. Well, because when we're there, I was like, oh, surely they're gonna have like some sort of cute Bucky's bag.
Yeah.
No. So I'll just make my own. I don't need you to make it for me. I'll just buy your bandanas and cut them on up. All right, so this is Cinderella's Castle. And since it's Point Edward's mitts, I am holding it double. Oh, I almost pulled out the wrong one. And I just casted this on today as well, along with Phil's socks. I got a cuff. That's it. Get the knitting needles back in there. And these are my, yes, these are my special signature knitting needles. I'm sure I've shown this before. They say knit for brains on them. That were gifted to me, and I love them.
Okay, I'm going to show everybody this fabric. These aren't tight. Dang. You don't need those fingernails.
I do. So don't ask me to help.
Okay. This is a new one that I started. This was my birthday start. The material is a printed material with a moon on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that cool? So, for those of you who don't know, I have lupus. So when I saw this pattern that I'm going to show you, I was like, I have to get it. Because you can see wolf lupus, that's part of where the name comes from. So I will be putting, this is from Primitive Hair, the Wolf Spirit of the Woods series, which I think is her, this is from 2020. I will not be doing the border itself. I am just doing the words underneath and the wolf itself so that it will show up next to where the moon is at.
Aw.
So, and I got the material from Garon Tote Bags or Stitchery website. So, I cast that right on. Or started it, I should say, right away.
Cool. Okay. Another new cast on for me because, well, yeah, you know, I haven't worked on the poncho. I haven't worked on that other little sweater I had on the needles. So, well, I should cast on some more stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
So,
you cast one thing off, you get to cast two things on. That's how it works.
oh, well, I can cast on more of that. So I am knitting a love note by Tin Can Knits. Of course, I am not using mohair. I am holding fingering weight yarn double. Nothing fancy, it's knit picks. I have had a bunch of this in the closet, and I'm like, okay, my goal, I have a bunch of this pink, and then I have a bunch of it in blue. Is to empty that cubby out. I don't know if it has a colorway. It's just stroll fingering, high tea tonal. So, holding that double. And I haven't gone crazy on it or anything, but I did the provisional cast on. Right there. And I just started the chart for the lace work. So you probably can't even really see it yet. But it's going.
And is this going to be for you?
No, this is for Peanut.
For Peanut?
Yes,
Okay.
I thought I said that.
You probably did, but
I
was
not
over
have.
here busy.
Yes, I'm making Peanut. And I was going to do... because this comes in... It goes basically from infant all the way up to 5XL. So she's 3. They had a 2 to 4 years. But I was like, oh, I think I should really do the 4 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
But I texted Alisha and I asked her, and she was like, and I was like, hey, what size do you want me to do? 2 to 4, 4 to 6. And she's like, 4 to 6. And I'm like, okay, good. That's kind of what I wanted to do. That way I make sure she gets enough wear out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Plus she is kind of tall.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, obviously she's not going to be wearing it now.
Right.
So I'll probably actually...
When it's 90 degrees outside.
When this is finished, I'm probably going to put it away for Christmas. And then the blue yarn that's like this, knit something for her, sweater for her brother. So they'll be kind of matching.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
Those are fun.
Oh. Yeah, you missed those when we were gone. You'll see my other ones too. I think I have on. I think I have 2 more sets that I'm using as well. Yeah, you know me and my little gadgets.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you guys have seen this one. The Moons of 22, which is huge. Because this top part up here is full coverage. But this is where I'm at. Last time I showed it, I was a little bit past the moon. So really to where the Flying Cupid is that's a full page. So I'm almost done with the second page. So yeah. This is one of those, once I get going, because it's a lot of the same color. I'm just using, what am I using? I think it's 32 count linen, just from Hobby Lobby. A white color, and then I'm using the called for in DMC, and then my little Hello Etch-a-Sketch, again from Rebel Stitcher. It's fun.
You know, we like retro.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what have I got in here? Oh, I remember. Okay. I did actually have this cast on last time. I am doing the Mama Vertebrae. I'm doing it in DK weight. I had 2 of the big Wowza Shining City. That one was unused. I still have this on that one. Every time when I'm at knitting and I take these off and I put them on the table, Lisa says something that I'm playing some game. Because they look like
like a little dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me do it this way.
What pattern is this?
See. Mama Vertebrae.
Oh.
And so from that stitch marker down, so I did quite a bit. And I discovered, hold on, which side was it? Okay, I have this side. I think I'm going to like this. Look how big those sleeves are. I am not doing decreases. Like,
yeah,
at all down here. Because that's my biggest complaint about cardigans.
Mm-hmm.
You can't wear a t-shirt with them.
Yeah.
And I'm a t-shirt girl. I think I can do a t-shirt with this.
Yeah.
So I'm quite excited about that.
It's the little things.
I know, right? Every time I take this out, everybody's like, oh my gosh, I love that yarn.
Surprised you don't say I love that bag.
Oh yeah, I've had that too. But yeah, so it's knitting up really pretty. So if you guys didn't, oh yeah, you could see. I have my rose bag. Oh, I'm very, very excited, but I'll talk about this in TV chatter about another bag I'm going to have for myself. Because I'm so excited. I'll make myself another wireframe bag. I should see if I can find the picture. Oh, I know I have the picture. Okay, at any rate, it's your turn again.
That's all I have.
Oh, I gotta keep going?
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna interrupt my knitting.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
We're supposed to be showing them.
Sorry, guys. All right, I showed this last time. I still don't know what the name of it is or how to pronounce it. Maybe Karen will. It's a bag. What's your guess?
Would be.
Okay, there you have it from Karen. So last time I showed you, I only had like the 2 drawstring. Like I had one of the.
Interesting. Let me see.
I had one of the drawstrings done, and then I think I had the other drawstring on the needles. I'm using Joy DK, I think it's called. It was for Michael's. I don't have the tag. So I actually have it connected together now. Hey, look at these. Okay. So this is the top.
Interesting.
See the drawstrings?
Okay.
So now I'm just going to knit the bag part.
Mm-hmm.
Then, and you missed this part, you make I-cords for the drawstrings.
Mm-hmm.
And then throughout the bag here, you take other yarn and you're actually weaving it through.
Yeah, I see it says weaving yarn.
Yeah.
I was like,
So, yeah.
Would be backpack. Yeah, that's how I pronounce it.
Yeah. I didn't get a whole crazy amount done on it, but I did get some done. And I'm using my little rose stitch toppers. These were from
So what color are you going to use to contrast that?
Fox and Pines. Oh, I'm using multicolors.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told them last time I'm trying it in this because I had this.
Mm-hmm.
But if this turns out, then I'm gonna probably get like either a gray or like a charcoal, not black.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to have to weave in the black.
Mm-hmm.
And do another one.
Okay.
But yeah, because you can use it tells you in there, like you use I think if you're doing fingering you have to use 3 strands. If you're using worsted, it's 1. I think DK is 2 strands to weave through, and you can just do random colors.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Cool.
I had this was yarn out of my closet because I knit.
She's proud of herself.
I knit. I think it was Little Man. I knit a sweater out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my last one is the Scotch broom. Why did I want to call it a Scotch pine? It is not. My ice is making noise. All right, so still have not connected the top together because I really haven't knit, I don't think, a whole ton on this. So let me see if I can hold it
So
up.
is that really the last thing you're supposed to do? Is knit the top
Yeah, but
together?
you're just seaming it. I want to seam it. That way I can try it on for length, because you know how I am with length.
Mm-hmm.
So, ta-da! And where
That
was
color
I
is
at?
going to look so good on you.
I thought I had a marker. Maybe I don't. Nope, just beginning around marker. I guess I never put a stitch marker to mark where I was at. Oh, here it is.
Yes, you did.
Okay, we're just
Say
gonna
that's not like you.
we're just gonna do this upside down. So I was there. So I actually did knit quite a bit on it, more than what I thought I did.
Because now you're just knitting it around.
Yeah. Yep.
Very cool.
So yeah, my other sweater, well, that's still just sitting out there. I haven't knit on it at all. Ow! Look, I clipped it onto my nail.
Mm.
How did I manage that? Look at that, guys. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, right onto my nail.
Which are a pretty blue.
Are they pretty?
Almost like a periwinkle.
I call them my frozen nails.
I bet.
Well, because
That's what it reminds me of too.
Elsa,
Yeah.
Frozen, and yeah. So yeah, there's that. All right. Oh, my ankle itches. So that's all we got for whips. Do you have acquisitions?
Yes, I do.
A ton?
A few things here and there. Yeah.
All right, I might as well get done then, because I don't have much.
Okay.
I got some needles
I guess so.
at Goodwill,
Whoa.
and they were 50% off. And I'm missing. Oh, yeah, I'm missing a set. Oh no, there they are. Because these were the most recent ones. I got Hayas.
There you go.
And it was funny because where they bought it from is still on the back.
Mhm.
And it looks like I haven't opened it. There's a sock pattern in there. And I got a pair of Addies. And also in there was a pair of Knit Picks interchangeables. Which is fine.
2 for 1.
2 for 1. I got these. And that one.
Cool.
Seriously, that's my acquisitions.
Wow.
This is how it's been lately. I haven't been spending any money.
I've been spending mine.
But I still have stuff over here. So I'm supposed to, since we're moving into your acquisitions, this is from Joan.
She said she
So you should be good for a while.
Yeah.
She's got a
Very
bunch
much
of
so.
cross-stitch stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Ada galore.
And then I have 2 items for you for your birthday. We'll start with this one.
Okay. Oh, cool.
She's
My first cross stitch, and that is so, cool.
Yeah, I got that fabric when we were traveling, and I saw it. I'm like, yep, gotta
Have that. That is fun. It's got flosses out on the outside. And a smaller one. Still good size. Like for
Yeah.
the smaller ones, I can fit that in there.
Yeah. Okay, and the last item.
Better than Ziploc baggies.
Oh, wait, no, there was more than that one. Oh, that was Brett.
Oh,
He made you a coaster.
Look at that. Knit for Brains, Laura Brady and Karen Miller. Awesome. Very nice. He made that?
Laser. We have the laser engraver now.
That's right. Put that there. This is full of stuff.
Well, yeah, you kept saying that you didn't have notion pouches. You said that you made the comment about I need notion pouches. I never have my stuff with me.
Uh-huh.
And I even glued a magnet onto the inside of the case. Still, there's a needle in there.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. See, I do listen.
Yep. Better than my husband. I mean.
Okay, and this I'm not happy with. I'm going to make another one.
Okay. For floss keep?
Yep.
It's actually a thread. They call it a couple of different words where you just...
A thread keeper.
A thread keeper and just your extras. Instead of it being on your end table, you put and the material really kind of helps it to stick so you don't have them flying all over the place. And then you have this to thread your needle through. So, yeah. Cool.
But yeah, I need to make one more of those at least because, I wasn't happy with it.
Very cool. Another one filled with goodies, too. She's got me ready to go.
Okay, and that's not it. I got one more thing for you. So, the other items are your Goodwill birthdays, is what I'm calling it.
Goodwill birthdays.
Karen's birthday Goodwill edition.
You know, we love a Goodwill.
And I am going to tell you right off the bat, one of these items I put in here is selfish. Because it would be perfect for my sewing room. Just saying. Okay, let me...
Hint. Gift it to her and then... Oh my goodness.
Basket and all.
Basket and all?
Yep.
Look at that.
This is Goodwill birthday edition.
Llama.
And I'm not talking about that one. You'll understand when you see it. That is really cute, though.
Yeah. Can't have enough of this. Some more cotton. Yeah. That's always so soft.
Mm-hmm.
Bookmark for cross stitch. Boy, you're going to have me, starting to deal these. Show up, be true, be kind, keep going. Bravery. Very nice.
Just saying.
Yep. So she gives it to me, I make it, and it's going to be gifted back.
Yep.
That works perfect.
Perfect for Christmas.
Yep. Ooh, perforated paper.
Yeah. I thought because you had those ones that you were using, the Halloween ones or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And you had said about that you liked the perforated paper. And I'm like, I don't see that very often.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like it, but it's definitely easy to see
now,
everything.
These, I thought...
These are cute.
You don't necessarily have to cross-stitch what's on there. You could do your own thing.
Yeah.
But coasters.
Coasters. Little moon. Moon sun. And you can never go bad with another 31. Cool. Because I will be taking some of my 31 bags that I got from Goodwill and using them in my closet to organize.
And this is actually collapsible.
Okay.
And then you can just flatten it out if you need to.
How awesome is that?
Yeah. It's kind of like the one I have on my couch.
Cool.
I have a basket like this that sits next to me with all my projects in it.
Okay. Happy birthday. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I started, every time I go to Goodwill, I find you stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to start a new thing with her where she gets a gift, but then she gets a Goodwill gift. So, don't be surprised if it happens again at Christmas.
I'm fine with that.
Well, and that's
You
why
find some of the best things that you're, like your ornaments
and
and stuff.
I told Brett that. I'm like, Karen wouldn't care if her whole darn thing, but I said I have to make her these bags.
Yep. I cannot remember if I showed. I think I did.
It rings a bell, yes.
I may have shown this.
Yeah, I think you did.
Okay. I haven't shown any of these. This was from
Hope.
Thank you so much for the card. Look. There's one. And then you, let's see. Start right. These from you or from her?
I think
these are from you.
Those are the ones I found when I
put them all together.
I cleaned my room and I found those too. Well, I cleaned the file cabinet.
Yeah. You're like, oh, what's this?
I'm like, Karen will like these.
She found me this.
Yes.
These are kind of like Father Time, in terms of old time Santas. I'll like that.
That's what I told her. I was like, yeah, she will love that. That was from my file cabinet.
Yeah. So, there's that. Then, I saw the wolf pattern that I got. I remember what I put back in the envelope or what I didn't. Just Cross Stitch Magazine, all Halloween special edition. There is multiple things in here that Karen would like to stitch. Get that.
Well, you're going to spend quite a stockpile of cloth and whatnot, so you should be,
Yeah, this one. I saw it on a flask tube. I can't remember her name, but it's beautiful. So I actually ordered the fabric for this. I'm actually going with a darker mottled blue. It'll take a little while for it to get to me. I got it from Stephanie's fabric. So she's hand dyeing it, so it's going to take a bit. So other than that, I have everything to do this. So I just have to wait before I can start that. But I have a lot of projects in place.
Hey, you know somebody that could actually dye your white stuff for you. Just saying.
Then I picked this up from secondary.
A thrift store?
Uh-huh. Or no, Facebook.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
D-Stash. Facebook D-Stash for. In fact, no. I did not get that. That's where I got the one for the wolf too, was from a D-Stash site. That's that I spend a lot of time on those sites. I feel like I need to stop.
I haven't been active really on anything lately.
And I think that's... Oh. I got from her cleaning a whole bag. They'll be able to do something with this. Super bulky Mighty Stitch knit picks. So, definitely. Yeah, I told her either me or me get them, because she is still in the crocheting. She's still going and doing her crocheting and stuff. So, one or the other ones, or both of us. And I think that's it for all my goodies that I got. Thank you, Hope, for the card. I appreciate it. I'm back for good now. Yay! In fact, on the way over here, I told them, I said I have to retrain my phone. Usually, every Sunday I come over here and it tells me that I'm coming here. Today I got in my car and it didn't tell me nothing. Like the maps have to be retrained. It has to get used to me coming here. So we came home last Sunday. Chuck ended up figuring out and spent 67 days in the hospital out of 90 days, which is a hard haul. But his last part of the lung transplant, they ended up putting him in Shirley Ryan Rehab for physical and occupational therapy. And then they also found an additional inner ear problem that actually may have been caused by COVID. So he's got real bad vertigo, and initially everybody thought it was his medications because, of course, most of his medications can cause, dizziness, nausea, the whole 9 yards. And they were, of course, the 4 main drugs that he has to be on. There was no, it's not like in 6 months he was going to get rid of them. And he's like, oh, joy, this is how I have to,
live the rest of my
have
life.
vertigo, And they did something and they found out that his left ear is not functioning properly. And so he's going to physical therapy, and it's a vestibular physical therapy, which is specifically used for concussion protocol. So it's fixable, and I like that it's fixable fixable.
Yeah, no. I knew what you meant.
I like that they can fix it without surgery.
That's always nice.
I was praying that it wouldn't be another surgery that he'd have to deal with, and it's not. So, and he can continue that therapy in town, which is another reason why we're happily home. So now we're just in the process of...
Oh, I'm a dodo.
Being gone for 3 months, and she's having problems. See, you shouldn't be stitching.
No, this was on there funny, and I thought it was my beginning of the round. So I'm like, well, how to get down there? So I moved it up, and then I was like, oh, it was my progress keeper to show them. And okay, carry on, Karen. Ignore the crazy lady next to you.
The knitter.
Oh, my Lord.
So, thank you for all the thoughts and prayers and all your support. There's been some people that have reached out to me privately and encouraged me, and I so much appreciate that. I'm glad I'm back.
She missed her recliner.
Yeah.
I don't know if she really missed me. She missed her recliner.
Yeah, because I asked.
She is. Is my recliner still there? Yes, Karen. No, we got rid of that couch, and we decided not to.
I knew you wouldn't do that unless you threw a fit because you don't like change.
I don't like that couch though.
Yeah, I know.
So I'd be okay with just 2 recliners in there, and then 2 really nice tables, alongside each.
Yeah,
and then still keep my coffee table though.
Yeah.
He thought we needed all that seating. We have a big sectional. Nobody sits in there but me and Karen.
Yeah.
That's it.
Apparently, he's waiting for me to have a sleepover.
Well, before we had this, we had a love seat and a couch. And I always sat on the love seat, and the couch was brand new. Nobody ever, because I'm the only one ever in there.
Yeah.
But we needed more seating. So
we had just the right amount arranged.
That just means I spread my knitting projects out. Well,
Yep.
All right. Last 2 weeks. A lot of sewing. Peanut time. This next Thursday morning is her last dance class, which she will be probably not thrilled. She's just the cutest thing ever. This week, when I got there, she was not happy because Alisha had just woke her up. And Alisha was trying to get her to eat, and she wasn't having any of that. So she was very grumpy, wouldn't even come to me, anything, didn't want to go to dance. And I'm like, okay, well, let's go see if we can find Grandma's car, because that's her big thing. Even though it's parked in the driveway, it's always parked in the driveway. You can always say, hey, Peanut, can you help Grandma find her car? And she's like, oh, let's go find Grandma's car. And she thinks it's
Yeah.
So she gets in the car, and, she always has to do her whole thing. And when I open the door, it's supposed to be Olivia, but she goes, Ivia's car seat. like it was going to move. And this time, because she chatters the whole way. And this time was hysterical because she couldn't just say what she wanted to say. It was, Grandma, there's a stop sign coming. You need to stop. Grandma, the light's green. Go. Grandma, that's a big truck. Everything was, Grandma. Well, I had her tell me how to get to the dance studio. I get to the stoplight or stop sign after she told me to stop. I go, okay, which way do we go? She directed me the whole way there, only missed one turn. That's pretty good for a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
So, and then when it was time to go home, I never usually have an issue with her. She's like, okay, let's go get in the car. She did not want to go to the car. She wanted to do another dance class. Even with me saying, well, we're going to McDonald's for French fries, she's like, no. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. So we had a little bit of a
struggle there,
but I got her to the car. But she was just so adorable. I'm going to miss Thursday mornings. What's it? What's today? Today's Sunday. So Friday? Yeah. Friday we went and saw Daughtry in concert again.
There's no surprise there.
Okay. Now
who went? You and
me and Brett.
You and Brett this time? Okay.
So didn't really care for the venue.
Mm-hmm.
Casino was very small.
Mm-hmm.
We ate at the Hard Rock there. I've had better burgers at Culver's.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for the price.
Yeah.
The concert. Chris is never bad. I'm going to start it with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been to like 10 of his concerts. So I know the quality.
You have an expectation.
Yes. And I had noticed previous to this on Facebook that he's been doing nightly concerts without a break. Yeah, he was worn out.
Yeah.
Everybody else was like, oh, you're so awesome. Always. No. He wasn't carrying out the notes. He wasn't like as
into it.
I'm not going to say into it. He was having issues with his voice. Even like when he talked, you could hear like it was raspy kind of. And very next night, he had to sing again. But he was definitely taking it easy on his voice that night. So for us, I mean, and like I said, it wasn't bad, don't get me wrong, but for us who are kind of like professionals, I mean, I just saw
professional reviewers.
We know what he usually is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Other than that, I mean, you already know I clean my room. I've sewn. TV watching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. I finished Schitt's Creek. That is the fastest I've ever watched a series.
Wow. That's saying something.
I'll tell you what. Okay. Now, there are things that I don't like. I do not like the mother's whiny, high-pitched, crying, sobbing, carrying on dramatics.
Mm-hmm.
Love David.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me tell you about my bag right now because it ties in with Schitt's Creek. So, my friend ordered me a fabric. It's all about David. Oh, pop up, would you? It has like all the different, I guess there's other characters on it, but I mean, it's mainly David. And it has like all the different things that he says and whatever on it.
Cool.
So she ordered me that. And then when I was shopping today, because I had to go get fabric for a bag, I found this in the clearance section that said, "Ooh, David," so that's going to be the inside of it. And I'm making myself a wireframe bag. I'm very excited about it. So yeah, when I first started watching it, I was kind of like, I don't know, it takes you a couple episodes. And then yeah, I was hooked. I was just like, okay, leave me alone. Let me sit in front of TV.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
Yeah.
So I finished that, and then I started watching the latest season, which is season 4 of Virgin River, which I'm almost done with it. I think I might have 2 or 3 episodes, and I'm done with that. And then I've got to go looking for something else. Yeah. I'm also, so I might end up, maybe not, we'll see. I might end up rewatching part of Schitt's Creek. Because I'm listening to a podcast right now that is doing like the same thing as my Gilmore Girl one and my One Tree Hill, where they watch it episode by episode. Well, they had some out before I started watching Schitt's Creek. Well, I'm finished, and they're still like on season 1. But as I'm listening now, because it's fresh, I'm like, oh yeah.
Now is that show over?
As far as I can tell, yes.
Yeah.
Because for a little bit, because I looked that up, and for a little bit, people were like, "Oh no, so and so's picking it up," and then like everything went dead silent.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So yeah, depending on how long it takes these people to do the podcast, I might have to end up refreshing. But right now, everything I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that episode.
Yeah.
So everything is good there. What's there? Let me look. Yep, that's all I got. You're up.
So it's been a while since I reported on my TV watching. Finally finished Criminal Minds.
You heard there's it's coming back, right?
I heard that one is coming back.
People aren't happy though.
Or no, no, not Criminal Minds. Law and Order.
No, Criminal Minds is coming back.
Law and Order Criminal Intent is what I finished.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Criminal Minds is coming back, guys.
I did see David, the character plays David
Rossi.
Announced that. But I would have to say the last kind of like half a season, like they shouldn't have bothered. I would have been fine.
Well, it was kind of like Profiler.
Yeah.
They should have stopped at season 3.
Yeah. You could tell they were trying to keep it going and pulling in different actors, and I just think, at one point they were pulling in too many different people, and it just, didn't pan out. I started watching Cold Case.
Okay, I tried that. No. Could not get into it at all.
I actually really...
It's too much almost like a documentary to me.
Oh,
if that makes sense.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay.
And it's too... I don't want to say it's too old, because I've watched older shows.
Right.
But the way they have it filmed, and it's kind of like got that hazy look, that's where I kind of get like the documentary feel.
Okay.
I tried.
Yeah. It helped after she gets a new partner.
No, maybe I should.
Which helped.
No, maybe.
But I like it for its like music, because it goes back to some eras that, some different things and stuff like that, which you don't care for that time. So that doesn't, but I've been, so it doesn't surprise me that you're not 100%.
Yeah, I tried, because I was like, what can I watch? And I remembered you telling me about that. I'm like, oh, let me try that. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think so.
So I've watched several of those. What else did I watch? Oh, I watched the Netflix takeover of Vikings, which is called Valhalla. I watched the whole season of that. It took me a couple shows of that too, just to get caught up on the time difference and on all the new characters. And by the end, I was pretty well bought into and looking forward to the next season. So that will be interesting where they take that show. What else did I watch?
There's a new Netflix.
I'm sure some other ones.
Have you seen about this one yet?
No.
I think that's what I'm going to check out next, now that I see it. Because it came out June 10th.
First Kill?
Yeah, it's only an 8-episode Netflix show.
Okay.
About a vampire.
Oh, okay. there's several that are like more of a short series, like, 7 or 8 shows that I've noticed. So that's most of my TV watching. Yeah, I was really disappointed in Law and Order.
Well,
Just saying.
That happens a lot.
Mm.
I mean,
I've been watching Master Chef Junior.
Oh, I finished it
on Hulu. I never had it in the first place, so I just Buddy has a subscription, and I started watching it. And this is funny because Chuck's not really into those kind of shows, but it's
amazing what these little kids can do.
Oh yeah, he was like I was watching it, and he sat down. He's like, "These are kids," and ended up watching the last 3 shows to the end.
So I finished off the latest season of that, but you know what I did the other day by accident when I was clearing out my DVR, because I'm like, and I don't know why. I have like Chicago Fire is set for first run episodes only. It still keeps recording the repeats for whatever reason. So I have to go in and delete certain shows that are doing that. And I had noticed, I'm like, oh, Master Chef, I have 2 new things, and it was just the adult Master Chef. I'll be darned if I didn't accidentally delete them. And then I'm like, well, I could watch them on a streaming service, but I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I can miss 2 episodes and be caught up just like that, know who's gone and whatever. So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, whoopsie. I mean, it happens, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's it.
I really enjoy Schitt's Creek. You need to watch Schitt's Creek just so I can talk to you about it.
Explain to me what this is. Is it,
It's a family that's freaking nuts. That's the best way to describe, right, folks? Okay, so it's a family that had money.
Okay.
And then no longer has money.
Oh.
But they own this town called Schitt's Creek. And it's definitely not what they're used to. And the mayor of the town, you'll enjoy him.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to have somebody to talk to about it.
Okay.
Laura couldn't watch it. She said, yeah, no, I couldn't do it. I'm like, well, did you watch a couple episodes? Because my first 1 or 2 episodes, I was kind of like, But by the time I got to like the 3rd or 4th, I'm like, okay, what are they going to do next? It was kind of like one of those, where it's just so stupid it's funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You need to watch it.
Do you feel the pressure, people?
See,
about peer pressure.
I like to have people that I can talk to about my shows when I don't have people I can talk to, because my husband ain't going to listen to me. He doesn't know what I'm watching. He'll be like, what are you talking about? And then sometimes I know somebody that's watching it, but they're the type of people that are in bed by 8 o'clock. And I'll go to pick up my phone, and I'll be like,
it's 30. Karen's still up.
I'm like, I can't message them. He's the only one I know that watched this. Man. So, yeah, and Alisha knew certain, she didn't watch all of it. She's seen a majority of it. So a couple of the parts where I was like, oh my gosh. She was like, oh, I know. That was one of my favorite parts. And I'm sure once you hit the part, you're going to know what my favorite part is.
Okay.
And you're going to be like, okay, I know what you like. Nothing like being cryptic, right? I just don't want to ruin it all for her. But it's a quick watch because it's a sitcom, so it's like a half hour each show.
Okay.
So there's 6 seasons.
Okay.
So it's a really quick watch.
Yep.
Before you know it, you've watched 1 season in a night.
Yeah, the other day, me and Chuck were talking about how there's really not a whole lot of sitcoms out there.
No.
It's all either 1-hour shows or reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
I ain't gonna lie. I do, even though I know the reality TV isn't really reality.
Yeah.
I do enjoy some. I'm not gonna lie about it. Yeah. trying to think, what am I at?
Yeah, we finished our Oak Island. Me and Chuck watched that together. And
We're both looking at the thing. Alrighty. We're about to go ahead.
Yep.
Okay, well, we were just chit-chatting anyways.
Yeah.
So you want to tell them what to do?
Like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
And we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.